And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and hopefully making money doing all these things. It's time for another daily Forex update, and we're going to talk about foreign exchange and what's going on in the Forex markets, as well as probably touch on the bond markets a little bit, maybe a little futures, and see about making money on this. So I want to remind you, if you like this channel, then by all means hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel, and you'll be notified by YouTube of when I put more of these out, which is pretty much every day right now. So for now, let's go ahead and go to the risk disclosure screen and talk about risk, since risk is certainly involved in this. And I live in the United States. I think this is required by law. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I want to make sure I cover my bases too. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. I have held an NFA registration in the past, about 25 years ago. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be used, and may not be, well, where am I? Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what we're going to do today. First, I guess a good place to start is right here with the currency strength meter. I don't know what data they use to compile this, but it's this is what they say it is right now. And I guess it kind of makes sense. Nothing's really going anywhere today. It's going to be kind of a slow start on the London session, which but I guess 2 hours into it so far. So the Swissie's on top. I don't trade the Swissie. I probably should trade the Swissie again, but it's I got burned in 2015. I blew an account because the Swiss went to negative interest rates for the first time ever, and it shocked the entire market. We had a 1,200 pip drop in about a fraction of a second, and that wiped out. It almost wiped out my broker, FXEM. They had to stop and raise capital in order to maintain operations. But with that, let's go ahead and go to, at the time I was with FXEM, I'm with Forex.com now for my personal account. Should switch that over to Forex.com. That's what Forex.com says it is. So the US dollar's way up here, Canadian's way up here, Japanese yen is way down here, and then the euro and the pound. So we're looking at a possibly stronger, let's see what the correlation is between those. Well, about the same. Yeah, I didn't figure anyone's going to come up with any proprietary good ideas on that. Let's see. But so we're looking at dollar strength, possibly going up in stuff. And the euro versus the dollar and the pound versus the dollar. It's just two I trade. I only trade the majors. I don't get into the weird ones with, the South African rand versus the Polish krona. I think is what it is, or krone. I think. I don't know. I forgot. But at any rate, I don't get anything weird like that. Here we have I've been watching these. I've been kind of toying around with these and trying to see what's going on with those. And I'm going to go to the monthly real quick and see if they've changed much. Because that's what I was trying to do at the beginning of the month. I was trying to figure out if maybe the DeMark was resistance and support levels would give us any more insight that we already have on the monthly, and then we'll keep that in there and see what's going on. Let's look at some charts. Well, let's look over here first. Anything going on today? Not really. We've got unemployment claims going on. That's been a nothing burger for quite some time. If it goes up to 500,000, then that will certainly be a burger. Drops down to 0, then it'll definitely be a burger. But right now it's been at 215, just below 250 for years now. Occasionally it'll pop up over 250, but it's not really going anywhere. Not really what I call a market mover. But at any rate, we have the DXY right here. Showing a little bit of a pullback off the top, but still very strong. Could maintain, could not maintain. That started to look like a non-bear bullish engulfing candle. Looks like a pretty strong pullback right there at right at about 90, just shy of 99. We did hit 99.12. Then we got a pullback on that. That was yesterday. This is the daily charts. This is the way I do things. Look at the daily charts, and then if I see a possibility for a trade, I drill down to the 4-hour and 1-hour for my entries. I do that pretty much off camera. I don't really do a lot of trading on camera right now. Could be the day could be coming. We'll do that, but right now we're not doing that. Okay, the euro versus the pound. Looks like the pound euro's kind of perking up a little bit against the pound, a little bit. So could see it's a little bit of euro versus dollar strength right here, but not really. That is not strength, by the way. That is a period of indecision. It looks like it's consolidating a little bit for the past couple of days. We'll see if that trend continues today. Pound versus the yen. Dollar versus the yen. Heading down off the. I need to redraw these lines because these numbers are kind of weird. Right at the, we'll call it the March 2026 open rather than that DeMark indicator I drew in there. Not real clear on what the DeMark indicators do, what the DeMark resistance and support levels do, because they're kind of wonky if you ask me. And it could be my ignorance too. So 157.22 could be a pullback, but then also very solid rejection right there at right at 157. So we could be building support right now, maybe. Not really a whole lot of volume to talk about. Bollinger Bands are kind of thin. RSI's at 58.84, so it's a little bit on the bullish side, but not much to write home about. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Pound versus the dollar. Again, past couple days been kind of consolidating off this downward run right here, which looks like it's right about 50% of that. There could be time for a reversal for the dollar. I know the powers that be want a weaker dollar, but who knows. Pound versus the yen. Looks like it's starting to get some traction right here at 209, 209.88. So now that might be a good time to come into that. I would love that. That would make me very happy. Euro versus the yen again, very could be an indication that it's time to get back into this market on the bullish side, on the pound versus the yen and the euro versus the yen, dollar versus the Canadian. Not touching this one. It's still consolidating, still kind of going sideways, and has been going sideways for quite some time. And right the where is this thing right now? Get a clear indication of where that is. 136.48, and it's trading at right now. Where's the current? 136.49. So it's right at the 20-day moving average right now. That's not going to touch that. And it's going sideways. I would love to trade the dollar versus the Canadian, but not right now. Canadian versus the yen. By the way, for all disclosure purposes, I'm on the sidelines on everything right now. Just trying to figure out what's going on, because it changes daily, and that's what makes Forex fun. Is that it changes often, changes daily, and you never quite sure what's going to happen next. Canadian versus the yen. Looks like oil market might be coming to the top. Could be. Canadian versus the yen is kind of looks like it's topping out. Right there, a little bit more strength at 115.30. Oil 76.25. That's nice. Be a nice reversal candle if it holds. Got to go to what 2:30. I think it's when the futures markets close, and they still have the CFD market on the futures, but I'm not sure if that would plays as much role as the NYMEX. Aussie versus the dollar, again consolidating. It looks kind of like the Canadian versus the dollar. It's not really going anywhere right now. Gold, all that glitters is blank. Fill in the blank. We have 51.52. Up barely today, which is another positive sign that the tensions in the Middle East may be coming to a close. Maybe at least slowing down. It's a former submarine sailor. We'll talk about that. Platinum. Me being the former submarine sailor, by the way. Platinum is, again, Looks like it's doing the same thing gold is, kind of looking for a place to go. Palladium right there. And silver. Silver is kind of hanging out too. So a whole lot of hanging out going on right now. Not a whole lot of action today. The software stocks are still coming up for some reason. I don't understand what's going on with the software stocks. Their software is supposed to be down for the count, and I don't know. It's interesting to see how this runs. I was just looking at Base 44 as a former web developer, and I still do some dabble with some web development. I was looking to see how they did their base, and AI is supposed to replace all this. After they integrated AI into everything, HubSpot is a big. I've got a big problem with HubSpot because they, as the small business owners, they kind of left the small business market to itself. And here is the all-time on their stock shenanigans. So they opened at 26. Got as high as 823, and that's when I got involved with them about here. And it's during the quote-unquote times of COVID, so it would have been around March of 2020 is when I got involved with HubSpot. And I worked with HubSpot for quite some time. So their stock price was 200, and now it's coming back down and could settle at, it looks like it's pretty solid rejection off of 256, but we'll see about that. But it seems to me that a lot of these these companies adopted AI. AI was supposed to save the world, and they forgot about who was paying their bills, who their customers were. And I think HubSpot is a classic example of that. Upwork is another one. But at any rate, that's my beef and no one else's. But I'm watching the software industry because it's a point of concern for me, a point of interest for me more than anything else. I would like to see the small business environment in the United States get a little bit more. But we'll see about that in the meantime. But you guys have a great one. I will talk with you later. If that's all I got for today, we'll put this on someplace else like the DXY. Well, and if you like this video, then hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, then please subscribe to this channel. And lastly, if you want to talk to me, just hit me up in the comments, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. So in the meantime, you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.